So the third level is the implementation science. We recognize at Labfront the critical importance of optimized implementation in running a clinical study the right way. And what I'm referring to here is the way that researchers interact with the platform, how study participants work with the mobile app, and how the way the platform design itself can influence the acquired data. And for this reason, we have a dedicated UX design expert on our staff, and we focus heavily on implementation with a strong investment in optimal design. And hopefully, this becomes evident when you have the chance to interact with our platform. And you can see this in our data visualizer, for instance, how the tasks and charts are laid out. And we have in this chart even a device wearing time to tell you like how long these participants are actually wearing the devices on a day-to-day basis. And we also can provide more granular time series data, which is giving data in a single day with the option to sort of adjust the time window size and the toggle it across the day to see how the signals vary over time. We also recognize the challenges that confront sleep researchers, particularly for sleep actigraphy, and we just know how difficult it is to determine the bedtime, the actual time when person starts to try to go to sleep and wake, and also for wake time as well, because the actigraphy has the limitation where it can misclassify motionless wake as sleep or misclassify motion sleep as being awake. And so we have some ideas to address this, but would love to brainstorm solutions with you on how to tackle the solutions together. Some of the things to think about: sleep diaries, creating some kind of way to do an event marker, assessing light exposure. I think a really interesting thing might be to figure out when the participant's turning the phone on, because most people, when they wake up, the first thing they do is reach for the phone. And so these are things that we would love to work with you in order to make this just easier for you to get data for addressing sleep measures. We also work with researchers to implement customized features such as background synchronization, generate batches of anonymous emails for logins, ID, using tablets at data gateway or edge devices, adjust for time zone changes, giving you data regarding device wearing time and ideally exact times when not worn, monitoring data quality in real time, as mentioned before, enhanced BDI, hiding the data screen. Again, this is in development. This is something that we're in the process of figuring out how to do this, but this is obviously to minimize behavioral change when exposed to the data that they're visualizing on their phone. And even considering keeping the firmware software versions consistent through the trial so that the hardware or the software doesn't change midway and then subsequently change the results of the data.